Your bingo wings looks a little bigger. Shut your mouth.
Wouldn't be a pod without terrible audio to start the pod. There we go.
Oh, fixed it.
Was that you or is that me?
It was me for a minute.
All right. Can you hear us? Can everybody hear us? We don't know. I don't know if anybody's actually watching live right now. That's fine though.
You stepped on your own joke there, technically.
Wait, when?
Because of the echo.
Still hearing some echo. Where's it coming from?
Beep beep. Me.
My mic says muted, but
It's coming from your computer.
oh, my output.
Output bitch. There it is.
Every fucking time.
Hey, it's a lot of freaking settings for a person like me to remember.
How about that, bitch?
Ooh, that sounds very good.
So now we're recording. We're fucking moving.
We're live.
Everything is
So
gravy.
So. That's Sims for hi.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wait, do they have their own language?
Yes, Simlish.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
That sounds a little Japanese.
Sounds a little racist. I'm gonna go out and say it. I mean, you're skirting around it, but I'm just gonna straight out say it. I think it sounds a little racist.
But I've been to Tokyo and people say stuff like that, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, that's why it's racist.
I know.
Because it's not true, but it sounds like something that someone would say.
Right?
Yeah, it's a generalization. We're Americans, okay? We're good at this stuff. Right?
I know.
We haven't been places, but we think we know people.
That's true. That's
from
fair.
all over the land.
Speaking of lands, Friday, you are back from a place.
And speaking of racist, you got all racist up on my cheeks this morning when you were saying monchego, which is not an Italian word for hello.
For cheese. I know what it's an Italian word for.
Monchego.
Monchego does sound like a greeting in Italian.
It does, yeah. It does sound like it's like the Italian what was that Bud Light commercial?
Oh, what's up? What's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
It is the Italian word.
It is Monchego.
Maybe you shouldn't bash it till you try it. Go talk to Italians and go, hey, Monchego, and they're gonna be like, oh, you're from Italy.
So you're a local.
Yeah. So you're
would you like an Aperol Spritz on the house? Yes,
here's an Aperol Spritz and a bolognese.
So tell me about Italy. I've never been. I want to go.
You never been to Italy?
Never.
Me neither.
It's stupid. I haven't been, but I think I'm going to go into June of next year. I think
I've sort of narrowed down my travel scope. I've traveled, I guess, a lot of places. I feel like at this point, and Italy, I always go back to it. I'm like the greatest. Yeah. I don't really need to go anywhere else in Europe anymore.
Interesting.
Right.
Italy, I love the culture. It's got the history. If you like that, if you like the art, it's got that. Beautiful. It's great to walk. The beaches are great. The people are nice. The weather's nice. The food tops. Anywhere you go, there's delicious food in different regions. You could go there just every year, I think, and have a great time. So I'm sort of like, fuck the rest of Europe. I've seen it, done it. It's all right. The people are fun. Everyone's smoking and drinking all the time.
Oh, love it.
The amount of people smoking in Italy is insane.
Wow.
I love it.
98% of people are smoking constantly.
I don't know if you guys see this either, but Freed's going like this.
Oh, this is
like what he does now. I love it.
I'm very passionate.
Men, women, and children, right?
I love it. And by this, because if you still aren't watching, you still don't know what I meant. It's the chef's kiss finger motion.
The chef's kiss. The Monchego hand is what we call it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm still culturally jet lagged.
You know,
it's true.
I've never been to Italy either, but the thing that I love that seems beautiful about it is that you've got like these beautiful ancient European cities, but you've also got like these beach ocean, like Positano and Capri, and like
it's great.
Wow, you can really just get like a whole vacation out of that.
It's super classy, but like old world class, but also not like overly expensive. I don't feel like it's
good.
It's not expensive. I don't know how. Like the most delicious plate of pasta is like $11. And you read about a restaurant like this restaurant's good. You'd go there. You're like,
you go to Pitfire.
2 or 3 things there. It looks pretty good. And then you look at the thing. You're like $11 for like a sea bass ravioli, and I'm like, well, I'm getting that, and I would get like 2 other things,
and it's like
right,
fresh.
2 other sea bass raviolis.
Yeah.
2 other, like, give me 4.
3 sea bass ravioli,
and it was only $44. But like
insane.
one dish at the regular place here is like $26 now, and you're like, so anyway,
Yeah, America sucks. I don't like it.
I don't know. I just
I don't like it
was great.
anymore.
So I was in Venice specifically. We were there for a full week, which I had been to, and from Venice to Venice, which is that was my joke while I was there.
Oh, I've been to from Venice to Venice. I live in Venice too.
And then
California. Oh, I love
California.
I definitely said that to like the barista guy or whoever, like,
and he's like, I don't speak English.
Because California travels well around the world. People, like, especially the beach towns. So people are like, cool. You're like not a dumb American. You're from California.
Cool.
It's like a different thing.
Oh, right.
That's
so you try to be like, front with that. You're like, don't know. I'm not from like, Kansas.
Yeah.
And you're like, boy,
like,
would you know? I'm also from dumb California.
I'm also from dumb California.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Did You Reddit, a weekly podcast about the internet by way of Reddit, the front page of the internet. Not weekly anymore because we didn't do it last week because this is what we were talking about. We were talking about Freed being in Italia.
Yeah, guys.
Grazie.
Grazie.
There you go.
Freed was in Italy last night for his wife's Vin Diesel premiere or something.
Yeah.
What was it?
There was like a big Italian fashion show called Alta Moda. That's what it's called, which is like a big deal in
Ultra Motors.
You've never heard of it?
Yeah,
Right?
Ultra Motors.
No.
It means top model. Not the TV show.
Cool.
What is it again? Ulta Moda.
Alta
Moda.
And they rented out San Marco Square in Venice, which is like the square you see that floods all the time.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
So like they picked the most iconic place in the most iconic city.
Dude.
Rented it. Built this fucking runway. Put chairs and shit around it. Flew in all the Kardashians.
What were you doing there?
I was standing around
holding their bags, and you're like, why are they holding their bags?
Why were you there?
Wow.
I was definitely a +1 all the way, and
just living that +1 energy.
Living that +1 life to the max, dude. And
that's magical.
And you know what? The security at the big event was like seemingly high until you were there, and you're like, "Oh, these Italians are just smoking."
Just smoking cigarettes.
So I would just kind of like creep into like circles, and you just sort of like look nice. You don't look like a criminal.
Joke,
what are you doing, Brad?
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Dom.
Yeah,
I came from Venice to Venice.
Hey, Venice to Venice. Hey, who wants cappuccino spritz?
Next thing you know, you're like in an Italian prison.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm sorry.
But everybody's just smoking there. They don't lock anything.
Yeah, nothing's locked.
Yeah.
They're like, just come back.
Yeah.
Just come back. This
Jesus
isn't
Christ.
so
Sounds like fucking heaven, man.
For those kinds of being there without that was great. I mean, you just like walked around and did cool shit in Venice, but the events were cool in that I don't live in that world, and it's very much a foreign experience. We can look up some of these pictures from the event. If you just Google Dolce & Gabbana Alta Moda Venice. It was last week. It's all over the place, but like I would watch like J-Lo come in her procession.
Oh yeah.
Like, from like over here.
Right.
And just like mobbed by, paparazzi and like her
which is Italian for photography.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's just photography in Italian.
It just means picture man.
Yeah. Picture man in Italian.
But like the her whole little like contrast. It's like fun to watch. And then I was most excited to see Vin Diesel came in.
Oh, that photo of Vin is
sent you guys a
crazy.
picture where he's just thumbs up,
beaming. Are we allowed to share that?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
This is a world exclusive, guys. We got the hot Vin Diesel imagery.
Here, I can pull it up. Let me see if I can show.
I got this Vogue. Alta Vista. Alta.
So I was standing right there, like right there.
I wanted to say Altadena. I'm like, we got the Altadena for anybody who's not from California. It's just like a lame neighborhood in LA. So,
Altadena.
Wow, these are.
It was
fashionable looking people wearing impractical outfits.
Unbelievably beautiful,
right?
In just like over the top, kind of like gorgeous fashion in the most gorgeous, fashionable place. And
crazy.
So the spectacle of it, even for a +1 like me, who's definitely not in fashion,
right?
It was like beautiful to watch. and then it started dumping rain.
Oh,
Nice.
really?
Kind of right at the end.
Hey, toss up that Vin pic. This is a Vin.
Here.
I've got it shared.
Okay.
Look at
Wow.
Hold on. Let me
Look at him.
It's a Vin exclusive. Is he with a Kardashian there? I can't tell any Kardashians apart, and every woman in life looks like a Kardashian
They
now.
do.
So I have no fucking idea. I can't tell women apart anymore.
Dude, I know.
So I'm gonna text you guys this other picture that's better of him.
That's what happens when like there are trends
if
about
you
looks
can,
and surgery to make it happen. It's like we all
That's true.
start looking the same. That is not a Kardashian, I can tell you.
I don't think that's a Kardashian. I agree though that people are starting to look the same.
Yes.
There's a nice what the streamers are seeing right now. What Spakaman specifically is streaming right now is a nice mix of both Vin Diesel, potentially a Kardashian clone, and then some like schlubs from The Sims, all happening at once, which I love because today we are
like
talking about The Sims.
These Sims schlubs are pointing and laughing at Vin.
Yeah, it doesn't. It looks like the guy in the background working out is just
like taking a dump on his workout machine.
So great stuff, everybody.
I texted you a better picture.
Oh, let me get that one.
You can.
I mean, my favorite picture.
It's
I mean,
way better.
I don't know if I even have access to this picture now. I might have gotten.
I just
taken away. But there's a wonderful photo that you took of a non-Vin Diesel man who's maybe the coolest looking person I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Wait, that's Machine Gun Kelly.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No, it's just Machine Gun.
Oh.
Machine Gun Kelly.
That's his Italian counterpart.
Machine Gun Brett.
Yeah. Okay. We got one more better pick of Vin that's been thrown up, you guys. And you know what he's doing in it?
Machine Gun Ryan. Do you have access to this pic right now, or do you want me to show the Machine Gun Ryan photo?
Show the Vin first. Let's close that.
Close out Vin with this great picture of him. I'm trying to get it so that you can see him giving a very low thumbs up.
Is it this one?
Yes.
Oh,
look at him.
Now, what I love about this picture, I didn't even realize I had this until like 2 days later.
Wow.
I was like, oh, this is a great picture because he's giving the low thumbs up.
Yep.
Which I didn't ever think about.
It's a very cool
moment. Now I would have typically given just like a
high and forward
thumbs,
which is Venice from Venice,
which is dorky, right?
Dorky,
hey,
thumb.
welcome to Dork Zone. Me.
Right.
Like,
now a low thumbs up feels like, hey.
Yeah, hey, I also got.
I don't want people to know I'm giving a thumbs up right now.
No.
And so I think that might be his thing, which I'm like,
maybe that's my thing now.
Totally is.
It should be.
I pretty much exclusively do a mahalo thing. I always do like mahalo.
That's cool.
So I feel like it's kind of like it's off brand for me enough to where people go like he's joking.
Oh yeah.
It also makes you safe because you look like a Columbine shooter. So
exactly.
And then they're like, hang loose. Okay,
that guy is cool.
Wait, are we hanging loose? Shooting up school? I don't know. I can't read it. Can't read this one.
I think that guy might be hanging loose.
So here's my guy. This is who I aspire to be.
You guys,
that's a separate
is
pick.
Travis Barker.
That's right.
It is Travis Barker.
It's Travis fucking Barker.
Machine Gun Ryan.
Machine Gun Barker.
He looks unwell.
Travis.
I will say.
Well, I mean, Travis Barker's lived through a lot, you know.
And I'd like to mention that's Kourtney Kardashian next to him.
See, I told you.
Yeah.
I don't.
You wouldn't have known.
I would never have known. I knew it was one of. They all look the same. Every woman looks like a Kardashian. They're indistinguishable from each other.
Especially in Italy, because I feel like the Kardashians have tried to look like beautiful Italian women.
But that is like the coolest looking man I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like that is unbelievable.
If you had to go to this fashion show and you were given like a bunch of pictures of different outfits, you'd probably be like, well, fuck, I want this one.
I would say that, but I don't know if I could pull that shit off, man.
I don't know. Maybe. I think you could.
The bald head covered in tattoos is a crazy look.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one.
Maybe you'd have to get like Disney World cornrows for this particular look.
Yes.
Maybe.
Go in like a what do you call that? An airbrush t-shirt.
Yeah.
That I got from the mall.
Cornrows. I swear to God, that would be so much more fashion forward.
Probably.
Cornrows with little beads at the end from like an Orlando, Florida, hut on the beach.
I don't know what I would wear. I'd probably lean into the Columbine shooter look that I love so much. So
this is the last picture. Well, there's 1.5 more that I think is worthy of talking about. This next one I just texted you guys is hilarious. And
let's see what we got. Pull it up, dog.
Pull this one up.
This is our now weekly
fashion podcast.
Fashion.
It's our fashion
podcast.
All right, guys.
We critique today's modern menswear.
Yeah, let's check out this outfit on Kris Jenner's boy toy.
Kris Jenner.
So this is Kris Jenner's Instagram page, and this is her boy toy, her fuck boy.
Who's this?
And directly over his left shoulder is my wife Jill.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Which is why this picture is funny.
Oh, I love it.
Also,
Jill looks fucking gorgeous.
Jill's a great looking lady, man.
I was like, you're lucky you weren't doing like a fucking dumb pick your nose face,
right?
Because
that
just happened to happen.
You guys were right next to Kris.
Well, she was. I kind of got pushed out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where were you in this? Where were you in your like?
If
you're like your Billabong,
honestly,
like, button up.
If you look over Jill's like right shoulder, where that post is,
right?
I was like right back there. I don't know if you can see
me. Relegated to the back.
Here's the thing: she looks fucking awesome. Yeah. I love the dress.
So
I love the gold medallion necklaces. Very Italian, very Venice,
very chic. Yeah,
very chic. I love
all the Jenners.
M Dog wants to know where that is. That's in Venice, my guy.
Venice, not Venice, California, though.
Venice, California.
That's in San Marcos Square, right there.
San Marcos Square. So yeah, so while his wife was literally dressing the world's most important people, Frida was getting like asking for 2 helpings of lasagna over at the local spaghetti depot.
Was it an open spaghetti bar?
Do you think those like little delicious cookie crackers?
A delicious cookie? No,
get like
sir, get out of here.
Back here with all the fashion.
What a fun trip, man!
I'm just imagining you. What I want is I just want you to be wearing just a pretty standard polo shirt. Got a couple of stains
like Ted
on
Lasso
it. I had my ASU basketball jersey on.
You're like, this is great.
This is cool.
Yeah, just wearing you're wearing a Cardinal. You're wearing a Cardinals jersey. This is cool.
But I had one of those like traveling passport protector wristbands underneath because I didn't want to get pickpocketed.
Hell no.
You can't do it.
Because you know all those Italian pickpockets.
Yeah. Jesus, you got to be careful.
Oh my goodness, what a dream!
Wow.
Can't believe it.
There's a million little tidbits and stories I'll say for next time.
So cool.
I would absolutely fucking love to go to Italy. I will at some point.
Yeah,
it's
been a lot of places, but Italy for some reason. You know why I haven't been to Italy is because every time I'm in Europe, I'm there in the autumn.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it just happens to do that. But I always in my mind I'm like
pomegranate season.
Pomegranate season. But in my mind I'm always like I want to be up north where it's really like the autumn is like the most autumnal.
You can kind of feel that season.
Yeah, so I'm always in Germany. I always hang out in Germany.
Oktoberfest.
I just love Berlin. I love Berlin because it's
never been to Berlin either.
Berlin's fucking awesome, dude.
I've been to some cool places, just never.
But if you want to live, you go to Italy.
Like I've been to Wisconsin.
Yeah, this is a really yeah, exactly.
I was the one every time you travel somewhere, you're like, this wasn't that hard. Like
yes.
I went to LAX, I got on a plane,
yeah,
fell asleep, and I got out and I woke up and I was somewhere cool.
Yeah,
I took a cab and I was at my place. Like pretty standard shit, you know. You had to. It's a longer flight, but you kind of come back going like, I'm gonna do this every other week, you know.
Right,
like,
of course.
And of course, like I won't go anywhere for 4 years.
Yeah,
you know what the key is falling asleep on the plane.
Yeah, Xanax.
Yes, it's called a Xanax or an Ambien CR. And when it's an Ambien CR control release, you have to chew it.
You do? Oh,
what?
Otherwise, it's a control release. You have to bite down on it first.
Oh, and that hits you hard.
So then it's like boom.
Oh, you can get it in your molars.
You can
stick in your molars. It can give you a little bit of time release throughout the day.
Diaper when you do that?
Oh yeah, you have to wear a diaper.
I would be so nervous. You just wake up, you're like, I've shit myself.
I've shit myself. I'm a mess.
Yeah, no, I'm in economy plus, but I'm also in economy shit my pants.
You guys, one day. Maybe episode 300. I'll tell you guys about my trip to Mexico and.
Oh, so I love this trip to Mexico.
Yeah.
When you had
I shit myself. No,
the bodyguard had to give you a proprophylactic. Or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
You guys will hear about it.
I felt for a moment.
Yeah, that's what happened, and it was totally normal.
For a moment, I was worried that we were maybe like
off topic.
We were being elitist to our audience, but we brought it back home talking about you shitting your pants in Mexico. So thank you. We are an everyman.
Yeah, I try to be
every man, woman, and day. All right. Well, today we're going to talk about The Sims. I mean, we were also going to talk about Italy, so I think this is fair. I don't want to. I don't know. Do we have an Italian subreddit? I know I've been. I have also in perpetual, permanent pursuit of trying to get my Italian citizenship, which is proving more difficult every waking moment.
Shit.
Ciao. I have one.
Monchego.
Did I tell you about that?
Yeah. You got it because your dad is Italian.
No, not even, but it doesn't even matter. It's just
how did you fucking do it? Was it that? Was
paperwork?
It was so hard.
Paperwork.
Did you get a lawyer?
No, you just got to go to the consulate. It's probably harder now with the COVIDs of it all.
I can't even get a fucking appointment.
And I think the appointment's like a year from now, kind of thing.
Well, you can't in LA. You can't sign up, and then in San Francisco, you can sign up for an appointment, which is probably where you got yours.
I got it in San Francisco,
but LA, they're not open for appointments yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
another thing that the audience really loves to hear about us trying to get our Italian citizenship.
When we did it, it was like in 2001. I think it was less computers, which sounds like it would be
pre 9/11,
right?
But you would just show up,
and
like things would get done in the moment. I think now you email stuff, and it's like maybe they got it.
I gotta get it translated. I got a lot of things ahead of me that I have to figure out how to do, which I'll figure out how to do at some point. But yeah. Anyway, Italy sounds sick. The Sims is also sick. Is there? So we're gonna talk about the Sims. This is a long time coming. Talking about the Sims. This is Dog Boobs.
This is field of expertise.
This is your true field of expertise.
It is.
I was on the Sims subreddit. So today we're going to be talking about sim4, the subreddit specifically, which is, from my understanding, knowing very little about the Sims, somewhat controversial because Sims 3 is sick.
Yeah.
Sims 4 is fine.
So I think one of the memes we posted last night about this was kind of that SpongeBob meme where it shows like Patrick watching as SpongeBob is choking Mr. Krabby Patty or whatever. But it's basically like all the Sims fans fight each other over.
We're SpongeBob fans,
by the way. SpongeBob fans. Okay, Krabby Guy and
Crab Guy and
like
Sponge Guy, Sponge
Five
Man.
Tentacle Star Boys. And like basically everybody always fights because The Sims has been around for a long time. Did you guys ever play like the first Sims?
Oh, baby, I used to fucking literally tape the enter bar down on my computer.
I would
type in Rosebud.
Make a Pop-Tart.
Type in Rosebud. I distinctly remember doing this where when I was a kid, I was playing Sims a lot and I found out the Rosebud cheat code.
Which, if you don't know this, where have you been? But it's basically you get like
infinite cash.
Yeah, it's like money.
Just prints money. Pretty
Each
much.
Rosebud's a $20,000 simoleons.
So I went to Olive Garden with my family once. Speaking of Italy, right? And before we left, I typed Rosebud and taped down my enter bar. So that when we went to Olive Garden, it was literally just printing money. And when I got back,
you're like,
and I think that was actually the point at the game where I got bored of it because I got back, I had infinite money.
You're like,
and I was just
tubs. What do I do now?
Well, now what do I do? Yeah,
and then
it's a good metaphor for life. You know?
It's the lottery metaphor, right? It's like you win the lottery and then you go shoot yourself in the face. What was different?
You win the lottery, then you build a bathroom, delete the door, and die of starvation and pee yourself. That's also the Sims way of that.
Right. Wait, can you tell early Sims? Is this the game? I know what Sims is now.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of the early versions. Is this the one where you built the towns? What am I thinking of?
It started out SimCity.
SimCity, right?
Yeah.
It was like from a map. It looked like a map.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
SimCity was the original
what I used to play. And then my code, you guys are saying Rosebud.
Yeah.
The code I remember was Porn Tips Gazzardo. Is that the code that you used? This would have been in 1996 or 7.
I think Porn Tips Gazzardo. Isn't that the code?
Is that from another game?
That's the code so no one shits in alleyways, right?
No. No, that would give you like money. It gave you like a $500,000 injection.
And is that a real code? I thought you were joking.
Porn Tips Gazzardo.
I'm gonna look this up because I might be saying the wrong
thing. Tips.
No, tips.
Porn Tips Gazzardo. Put it on the screen. I think that's probably safe. Safe for Twitch.
Look.
Yes.
Wow.
What is it?
Gazzardo.
Are we gonna get banned from Twitch for giving people codes right now?
Sims 2000.
Wow,
Sims 2000.
Okay.
Porn Tips Gazzardo.
An article about Porn Tips Gazzardo.
Throw it on the screen. Let's get it up. Porn Tips Gazzardo.
That's brilliant. So SimCity was what it started out as.
It's actually just freedictionary.com.
And who's the guy? The guy who invented The Sims is, let me see. His name's like
Porn
Will
Tips Gazzardo.
It's one of the early things it's like my memory is getting worse and worse, but I will never forget that word. You know,
No,
it's like
that's me with
like,
Rosebud.
Yeah, you'll take your last breath one day and be like, Pontiffs.
My family will be like, what? That's a code. And then they'll spend 4 generations like Nick Cage and American Treasure.
Like, oh my God,
trying
it's
to figure out what the
SimCity
code
2000.
Yeah.
Oh shit. What is going on? So yeah, so this was SimCity was like city view. You would build like
I loved this
buildings.
game.
You'd build like
It's an amazing game, yeah.
I didn't play it very much because it wasn't as, Sims is where it got interesting to me because you could like just decorate houses and make people and make them fuck and stuff.
Yeah.
And SimCity, so SimCity though, it's more like making like a functioning city, right?
This is when I knew I had no swagger. Was when I would build like a nice, just middle of the road, tasteful working city with like plenty of public toilets, good running water, no potholes.
Right.
Like, job well done.
Job well done, dude.
And then I'd look at other people's cities and be like, I got fucking casinos up my ass. I'd be like, oh man, I'm not cool at all.
You're just literally just building Irvine over
just
and
building
over
like
again.
nice, clean cities.
I love it. I know.
No
I call this South Pasadena.
We have some of the lightest traffic and all the similar.
South Pasadena. Oh my God. So Will Wright was a game designer who lost his home during the Oakland firestorm of 1991.
Whoa.
My dad was a firefighter there.
Really?
Oh.
So this
is that true?
That's amazing.
Oh, Oakland. Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
He was in San Francisco, but they called in all the local people to like work it.
Come help.
Cool.
Not that I'm sure my dad sat in the truck and like fucking played Sims, but
yeah. So
it was a big deal in the Bay Area.
It's interesting. In the 90s, he's like replacing his home, replacing all his possessions, and that's what inspired him to create kind of a life experience game like The Sims.
Oh, interesting.
And he kind of looked at it as a virtual dollhouse, which is something I did not think of.
That makes sense.
Something I didn't know the creator had thought of, but I always think of it as like a virtual dollhouse. You literally build a perfect little house and you put all the little furniture exactly where you want it and make it look real. It's just so cool. So that's what he was inspired by, losing his home and kind of like creating this virtual like online version.
It's so simple when you say it like that. You're like, no, of course, a virtual dollhouse.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, that is what it is. Like, like grandpas who have basements with giant like towns and trains and like little things.
Yeah,
that's like what this is.
Little girls chained up in the other basement.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Homicidal grandpa.
Homicidal psycho.
I love when those stories break. I'm like, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So you guys did not think that he had a room specifically designed for holding people?
Jesus Christ. So SimCity started out really big success.
Don't get into trains.
And then they foresaw the possibility of building a Sim franchise. And in 2000 is when the first Sims game came out.
So that's the one I got.
Yeah. So since then we've had, the Sims. Then we've had Sims expansion packs like Hot Date and House Party and Cats and Dogs and all these other things. And you can they added things like you get pets. Then they added one where you get cars. Then they do Sims 2. Sims 2 is different. Then they do Sims 3. Sims 3 is different. And now we're at Sims 4. Sims 4 is the most recent one. It's been around for like years now, like 7 years.
So it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, where it takes a really long time and they release expansions to keep it going.
Yes.
So in like a new game doesn't negate the old game. It's just like an addition to the new game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you have to keep growing
each new expansion pack gives you a new town. So like you go into the Sims and like and you have all your different towns you can go into. And one's like a desert town that looks like Palm Springs.
You know what's crazy?
One's like a forest town and it looks like Big Sur.
This sounds like simulation theory, or it sounds like multiple multiple realities happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Like there's just infinite layers of towns and iterations of those towns.
Yes.
And then they're all being controlled by different bots, essentially.
This is
I'm God.
So
God.
This is essentially the idea of, this is simulation theory, right? Because people so the way that simulation theory is articulated is like we think about Sims as like it's a fun game, like who cares, right? But then simultaneously, while we're making silly games, we're also developing this really intense AI technology.
Yeah.
That simulation theory suggests that as technology gets better, it's going to be able to functionally simulate in the Sims normal life.
Right.
And then those AIs are going to have sentience because technology is just going to get better and better and better and better and better. So for all you know, you're working on you are creating the bones of a civilization that we will eventually know as
home,
Earth and home. Yeah.
Now, how do you know you're not like a Chris Columbus kind of a guy?
Right.
Because
Well,
you're in there going like, fucking who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Kill them all.
Kill them all. And you know what? Sometimes I do. Depends on my mood. It depends on what you're in the mood for.
But isn't that wild?
Are you a benevolent god or what? What's your stance?
You know, it depends. I'm usually a benevolent god. This goes with like any video game for me,
Cool.
like Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption. I'm always like, no, I'm not going to shoot an animal. Yes, I know hunting is a function. No, I'm not going to hurt a snow tiger. No, I'm not going to shoot a crow. Like, I'm not going to do those things.
But I am going to enslave the Native Americans.
Yeah. Right. But I am going to go like break into a tavern in Skyrim and like murder all of the barmaids. Like, that's not a big deal, guys.
Not a big deal.
But I do try to keep my side of the road clean when it comes to the animals in the fake world. But
hey, man,
that does
I like
not
that you
extend
protect animals and kill barmaids with
big old orc tits.
Love it. Love to hear it.
So yeah, so the thing about the Sims community that is the reason why a new game has not been released in so many years is because every new release there is a massive community of custom content creators for the Sims that they're 3D artists and they're fucking brilliant.
Right.
They create like if say like there are I don't know 200 pieces of furniture in the base game with all there are like thousands of different things you can download, like actual designer chairs, custom paints, custom like shingles, different roofs,
Pantones, all of them,
all the Pantones, like literally custom everything. And that's kind of the reason why they haven't updated like to Sims 5 yet, because that would make all of that custom content kind of obsolete. All these creators would have to update it for the new system, which can be done. Like a lot of people created custom content for the Sims 2 and the Sims 3.
Kind of like how I had to get those Apple dongles.
Yeah.
For my new headphones.
Oh god.
Exactly.
Jesus.
So fucking annoying.
It actually feels that's an appropriate analogy.
But real money is spent on custom content. So like
I'm sure
these creators, like let me show you guys
kind of an example. While you're pulling this up, I think I've said this before, you're the best one on this pod, funniest, most creative developer.
Right.
It seems like you need to be like a god at one of these companies, like creating
listening.
Yeah.
Marble shaped safes and things like that. Like, is it, I guess here's my question. Like, is it like the TV business when someone's like, I want to be a TV writer? You're like, well, good luck, you fucker.
Right.
Is there a lot of people trying to get in it, or is it sort of like still less?
I honestly, what is cool? Like,
do you need, addendum question, do you need to know how to program, and do they also want just creative people who can think outside of the programming world?
Yeah.
That can work with the programmers?
Well, here's an interesting thing. So
like a writer,
the people who work like at EA or at Maxis.
Right. This is an EA game, right?
It's EA games, and I don't know how it's connected, but Maxis is
EA
the
stand
other
for Eat Ass, or what is it?
Eat Ass
Eat Ass games.
Yes.
Yep.
And exactly. And basically like the base game stuff, like no one's ever happy with the base game. Like it will come out and it'll be like, cool, like there are no toddlers. You go from a baby to a 9-year-old. Like this doesn't make any sense. Or like
I saw something about this actually.
Right? Like where did the toddlers go?
Mm.
There are things like Sims 3 had an open world, which is really cool because you could start at your house and then say, I want to go to the park. There's no loading screen. You can just like zoom out, go to the park, zoom in on the park.
And that's what we liked about Sims 3.
We liked it about Sims 3. Sims 3 also had like a more in-depth like gameplay, like character development gameplay kind of thing. So people loved that aspect of it. Then with Sims 4, it's like closed worlds again. So you got loading screens back. The gameplay isn't as fun. Like I saw this one post that was like, in Sims 3, if you use this digging machine that you can get in build mode or buy mode, if you use a digging machine next to the prison, sometimes convicts can pop out of the hole and escape.
Oh, love it.
Like that's such a fun little detail.
So fun.
And things like that don't really exist in Sims 4.
Oh, it's a shame.
But the graphics in Sims 4 are incredible. And the line of mods you can get for The Sims 4 is incredible, and I want to like show you guys some of those mods.
So really quickly, there are a couple things that have happened while you were talking about that I just wanted to comment on. So I found this post from the Top of All Time, which is hilarious and kind of speaks to exactly what you're talking about, where it's 14 down. So if you guys look at the screen, so that awkward moment after your kid ages up at his birthday party and his friends are suddenly so much younger than him. So it's seemingly at the birthday party. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. So at the birthday party, they literally age up, but they don't. You're not doing normal aging. You're not going from like 7 to 8. You're going from 7 to 14.
Yeah, you're going from child to teen
to teen
to adult to elder.
This image is so hilarious.
It's so sad.
Because it's literally like this guy who's he's just like
in his little swim trunks. It's clearly a swim party because all the kids are in their swimsuits, and he's now in just an older man.
Yeah,
like
he's an chubby older man with all these
like
8-year-olds
with his friends that are all still kids.
Yeah, and they're all his friends. It's so fucking sad.
Freaking adorable.
And then I also go ahead.
What does that happen without you asking it to happen?
So there are settings and there are like gameplay settings. Kind of like gameplay settings. You can choose auto age on or off, and auto age on is like after 7 in-game days, you'll age up to the next stage. You can turn it off.
Does that happen until you get deathly old?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can turn off auto age and you won't die. Well, that is unless you die from something else.
Yeah, you can eat. You can eat a puffer fish.
Yeah, you can.
It'll kill you.
You can die of embarrassment.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh,
like it can happen. It's scary stuff.
And then you can become a ghost, right? You become a ghost.
You can become a ghost. So
these are just dumb questions. When you die, what happens?
So when you die,
not a dumb question. That's like
that's a great question.
That's the eternal question that defines all of existence.
Yes. My 4-year-old asks me that every day.
What happens?
So I'm going to ask you a dumb question. I don't know if what happens when you die?
Because in the video game world, when you die, you just come back to life.
Right.
So in Sims world, it being
not.
so real, it seems like it's more complicated.
This is exactly what will happen.
Charlie, come here. You're going to answer the question.
Come on, Charlie.
Finally figured it out.
This is what happens when you die. So you will
There's a Sims box.
somehow die, whether that's, oh my God, I'm having heat stroke. Oh my God, I have to pee so bad, I'm going to die.
I ate a jellyfish, right? I ate a puffer fish.
Yeah, I got so embarrassed because I was caught cheating, like random shit like that. Whoa, that guy looks... okay, so basically what happens is your sim body goes into a death spiral. And that means like you can't control anything anymore. You can't be like, oh no, cancel. Like walk to the door, run away, go take a shower, go pee. You're dying of having to pee or something.
Right.
You get paused. So all you can do is like watch this animation where suddenly the Grim Reaper shows up.
Whoa,
cool.
Your sim will crumble to the ground. The Grim Reaper stands over it while all the other sims in your family stand and weep, crying like
I remember that animation actually. Yeah.
And then
you
can do something where your family members can try to plead with the Grim Reaper and be like, please let them come back. Like
that's
they
when
just
you make
didn't
a
make
deal
it
with the devil.
So sometimes that happens. Like very rarely the Grim Reaper will be like, okay. You can also fuck the Grim Reaper.
Hey,
cool.
Just so you guys, you can have babies with the Grim Reaper. Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
This is an exciting world.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Grim Reaper's like, now fuck it. I am going to kill this person. That person dies. They turn into a headstone. And so if the headstone's inside, it becomes an urn. If it's outside, it becomes a headstone again. So you can either make like a little
hey,
cemetery.
Bob, I love the lawn you just mowed and the headstone.
And the headstone of all the people I know and love at this house.
Actually, hold on. Burying your family in your front yard isn't the worst idea.
I mean, it kind of feels more intuitive, doesn't it?
Like this is where they go. This is my land. They go on my land.
Yes. You do it with a goldfish. You do it with Grandpa. You know.
I get it.
I get it. So yeah, that's what happens, and then your sim is left with some what are they called? They're called moodlets. So moodlets are like when something happens to your sim, they are given like a mood that lasts a few days, a few hours, and this one is the grieving mood. You have a grieving moodlet, so you'll just be walking around taking a shit, like making a sandwich. And
sometimes
start weeping. Yeah, taking a shit, making a sandwich, and start crying because you're thinking about
my sandwich zone is to the right of my toilet.
Same.
Love it.
Whose isn't?
Wait, so then you eventually come back to life.
Well, no, then you're dead.
But then how do you keep spending money and playing.
Well, ghosts, you aren't playable. So if you're the only sim like in your house and you die, I don't play like that, but I don't think you're playable anymore. So if
you have
you're
to you have to recreate a character, start from scratch. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah. And like if you have a family and the dad dies, you play as the rest of the family then, you know?
I see.
Now I gotta be old creepy
a lot
Uncle
of people play like
Jake.
generation games where they just have one family that just continues having kids and dying and having kids and dying and having kids and dying.
That's interesting. So you're less attached to one character, you're more attached to like the family.
Yeah, and it's like a realistic kind of it's a realistic simulation where you're like, I remember grandma, like she died in a horrible like I don't
embarrassment
know,
accident.
like macaroni microwaving
She liked her
accident.
gin, but she also like her
Interesting.
gold. I'll give you I'll
She
bring it back to
drowned.
Vin Diesel. I'm giving you one of these. I love thumbs up. It's all about family, you know
I
what I mean?
love that.
All about the
love
family.
it. The low thumbs up.
That's so cool.
It's really cool. So throw up this image I'm sharing. I just want to share for anybody watching what the quality of
holy
furniture
mackerel
that you can download for your Sims.
This is Danish, man.
Look at this. So
is that the new word for like lit?
It's litty, okay?
No, this shit's
Dr.
Danish.
Spakaman, by the way, is asking some good questions, right? Which is, can you still rock, paper, scissors with the Grim Reaper?
I think you can still, quote, bargain with the Grim Reaper, and it is rock, paper, scissors.
Cool.
So it's like way I mean, look at this, guys.
Wow.
Whoa. Those are some artisan salt shakers.
So, let me ask you this. Being that we're obviously moving towards a simulated life, like, should I get my kids into this now?
I mean, yeah.
Because like if in the next 10 years, what's like this is gonna be you're plugged into a chair.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just
you plug in your consciousness.
Look at that bed was amazing.
I know. Look at that.
That's insane.
Oh.
Like that is real.
I mean, that shadow work is fucked up, man.
Can you pull up some images of the characters' faces?
Oh yeah.
Are they like pretty realistic?
Let me show you guys Sims 4 Alpha CC.
What kind of CPU do I need to run some of these progs?
These progs. This is how realistic you can get your sim to look.
What in the world?
And it gives you like
the Kardashian mod.
So this is like not even as realistic as they can get, but like,
these women look like some women in Beverly Hills now.
Right?
Oh yeah,
like fucked up facial surgery kind of a look.
Yeah,
like it's getting.
We're getting close.
We're getting close.
There's speaking of fucked up facial surgery, I saw a post on the Sims, just the Sims. It was the Sims, not the Sims 4. Let me share.
So there's a Sims subreddit and then there's a Sims 4 subreddit.
And there's a Sims CC subreddit.
What does CC mean?
Custom content.
Oh, cool.
So that is, and you guys, if you want to play The Sims, you have to download custom content. It's so much fun.
It's number one rule.
The best custom content you can get is from people on Patreon. So you could, some people charge like $20 a month.
Hey, even though we suck at it, and if you've ever given us money on Patreon, thank you. I promise we're not grifting you. We just aren't. We just don't pay attention. Which is why I changed.
All depressed and like.
Yeah, exactly. And I changed it to like you can give us $5 if you really feel like it. You don't have to. That's kind of what the thing is now. But shout out to Patreon. I subscribe to a bunch of Patreons that I don't even really do. I don't really engage with the community. I'm just like glad they exist.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm just like, I want to make sure that you keep fucking going, man. Yes. I know it's hard. Like we know it's hard to make something for fun all the time.
Yes.
It's hard. It takes time. So like,
it does.
It's okay. Good to support you.
Yeah.
Good to support, you know?
Yeah.
So people do these things with townies. Townies are like the Sims characters that are just pre-existing in the world.
These are the NPCs, if you will.
Exactly. They always are wearing random clothes, random makeup, so they look like shit. They just look like insane. So a lot of people will go in and give them makeovers and stuff. This person says, one of my favorite things to do in Sims 4 is give my celebrity Sims botched plastic surgery. That is so much fun.
So there are celebrities in Sims as well.
Well, yes. There is an expansion pack called like Celebrity or Stardom or
But
whatever.
not real celebrities. They're fake people.
Yeah, they're fake people.
But
and you can become a celebrity.
If I'm let me pick a really cool hip celebrity.
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Jake Paul.
Vin Diesel. It was a Vin Diesel theme.
I was gonna say Ellen or someone cooler, but yeah.
Cooler than Vin?
Impossible. If I'm Vin and I want to just be like hip and cool and promote myself, can you sell your Vin Diesel rights to the Sims or like to If I'm Vin, I'm hiring a programmer. You're like, let's make one of these expansion packs.
Make a Vin.
Let's sell it for $6. You can be me in Sims, or like do the low thumbs up or something, and it costs $3. Like, does that exist in the Sims world? Like specific people.
Does the low thumbs up exist in Sims? Is the question I think that's being asked here.
I think the best way to answer this,
or can like a real celebrity license themselves into the Sims world? Is that being done yet?
I don't think it's being done yet, but then again, who the fuck knows? And
business, another one,
big business.
Hey, Vinny, you want to be a computer?
Yo, Vin.
He would be into it. He's a D&D boy. He's a fucking heavy nerd. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. The thing that's cool about this is there are like real life franchise type of things that are like working them, like Star Wars has been connected with the Sims for like the longest time. I don't really know why. Like maybe it's some deal that EA has with, Lucas Films or whatever.
Why not but there's in like, this world, right?
Like, so even if you don't have this, there's an expansion pack called Journey to Batuu, and it's universally the most hated expansion pack
all right
for the Sims, because basically everything in the Sims is very immersive. So like you go and like anything that exists, like before Journey to Batuu, there were Star Wars costumes and lots of fun things that you could do Star Wars related in the Sims. You could dress up like a Wookiee or dress up like Princess Leia. Then with Journey to Batuu, suddenly there's a real Star Wars land, and it was like this kind of incongruous narrative of like, wait, so you're dressing up as Star Wars characters, but then you can travel to Batuu and there are real Star Wars characters. Like it just didn't really make sense.
And now we're playing the Star Wars game or something.
Yeah, they like shoehorned partnership like bullshit in, and no one liked
really
it.
Forced it. Okay.
So after that, like it kind of bombed, and the Sims, like EA started doing this thing where it is crazy how it looks exactly like the Star Wars place at Disneyland.
Unbelievable. And the Star Wars place at Disneyland is the coolest shit in the planet.
It really is.
It's absolutely mind-numbing. So moving off from that topic a little bit, I don't know if we're okay to do this. I just want to get this question. There's two things I really want to do with our remaining time, because I know we don't have an infinite amount of time. So one, at the end, I want to just go through posts. I want you to explain them, because most of these are like, this is peak Reddit, right? Where I'm looking at things, I'm like, I don't get
what's happening.
But first, before we do that, can you explain the naming mechanic in Sims? Because names in the Sims is fucking hilarious. The names are so funny. And,
like what's an example?
Well, so let me I don't know if I have it up. My computer's also in the process of freezing, which is great stuff. So
you need to up your progs.
I know I need to up my RAMs, all of my RAMs.
I came up with last night. I was like, oh my god, remember this name, Aaron, because I remembered the name. This is the name of my next Sim.
Can you guys still see me? My computer literally, I just got the spinning ball. Okay, there we go.
Good.
Cool.
You guys, the next Sim I name is going to be named Reggie Moderno.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. I thought of this late last night as I was like getting ready to sleep, and I was like, don't fucking forget it. I'm glad I didn't forget it.
It's a bizarre thing to like fall asleep being like, I gotta remember.
Reggie Moderno.
He sounds like a guy who owes me money.
He might.
Yeah.
He might.
Let me find. There was something about.
We'll go through posts, but then I gotta tell you guys a few of my favorite mods.
Okay.
Because they're fucking funny.
So there was a post I saw. It was the names of foxes in The Sims, and it was like these bizarre, the strangest names. Let me see if I can find Fox is Beautiful. Names of foxes. I don't know where it fucking went, but there was also, and this is, I don't know the answer to this, but this was. One of the top videos is somebody who, or one of the top posts rather, is somebody who has 37 children in Sims. And so we're gonna pull this fella up. I want you to explain a little bit what's happening here.
Oh my god!
If my computer doesn't explode.
Are you saying a word that's not spelled the way? Are you saying 37?
37, yeah. Okay. So
you put some English on it. I didn't know if you were trying to say.
No, yeah, I was putting a little Irish twang here.
I found the fox one too.
All right, so dog, why don't you pull that fox one up, because my computer is having a conniption.
You go.
All right, so let's go over these fox names. So,
all right. So let me.
So the reason I'm asking is like, these are clearly automated names.
Yes.
And they're so funny, and they make me want to play The Sims alone.
Right?
Because they're such funny names. I'm just like, who who's doing this?
Who
right?
thought of these?
So let's go through some of these names.
So there was the most recent expansion pack that came out was Farm Living.
Cool.
So with Farm Living, they brought a few new really cool things, including llama sheds, where you can put a llama shed on your property and milk the llama.
A literal llama shed.
Yeah.
A shed for llamas.
For
Do people
llamas.
typically milk llamas, or is this
I
just don't know that
so
much
you can
about llamas.
you can get a cow for your shed too and milk
Cool.
that.
Love it.
So realistically, I haven't gotten a llama yet in my game, so I don't know if you can milk them. But you
realistically,
can milk
I haven't gotten a llama yet in my game.
Sorry, so I can't say. But another thing, that there's chicken coops.
Okay.
And then with the chicken coops come wild foxes that roam around the town.
Thrilling.
And you have to be careful because they will eat your chickens. So that's what this is about, is the NPC foxes that roam around
cool.
The new place. So let's look at some of these names.
All right.
This is and underneath
do you have to like kill them or trap them or anything?
I don't think kill, but I think so there are things you can do with the wild foxes. You can become friends with them and try to like convince them not to eat your chickens. You can intimidate them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can try to become buddies with them or like have good interactions with them, and maybe they won't do that, but at the same time, they're shits. So this one is an elder named Foxtrot Dog.
Okay. Cool.
Foxtrot Dog. This is another Fudge. Elder named Choco Fudge. Why don't you deliver this one?
These names are so funny. I can't read it.
They're all elders. This one's Cause for Concern McPhee.
Cause for Concern McPhee.
Cause for Concern. But it's first name Cosfer.
Cosfer.
Middle name Concern.
So this is what I'm looking at these. I'm just like, dude, who is in charge of naming these? They're so funny.
Gray Anderson, Peanut Butter Hodgkins, Ring Ding Ding McProud.
Yeah.
Sly Dog,
the
tiny fox.
I mean, if I worked at Eat Asshole Sports, I would make my interns turn in like a list of 1,000 names every Friday.
It's such a fun, hilarious thing.
And then be like, these are going to be the foxes.
And so with that logic, is that something that's built into the game where like every once in a while you'll be like, hi, I'm going to meet my neighbor, like, you know,
like McGillicuddy McFlanders or something.
Exactly.
Kind of. Cool. Like, so you have the townies that are like common that you see all the time, like the Landgrab family. They've been around for many packs. Yes.
Oh, so they're like the
they're kind of like the Sims mares, kind of.
They're like
they're in every game.
They're CPU, they're computer people.
Yeah.
The land grab. Oh, so they're an enemy.
Yeah, they're not enemies. You can play as the land grabs if you want. They're just rich, like a bigger family. Then you've got the Goth family. They've been around since the beginning.
Those are my people.
Vamps,
and they're very vampy. They've got like hair and they're sexy and they have like a kind of gothic Victorian style house. So they're very cool.
Those are, I mean, they're creations from somebody who works in a place, right? And they're like,
it's interesting.
They're also like amalgamations of people in society.
And kind of, I think so.
Like the land grabs are the Trumps, right? Like something like that.
Kind of. Like I think they do create these like archetypical like characters that then throughout the different like Sims 2, Sims 3, Sims 4, it's like their storylines as NPCs kind of evolve. There's one character named Don Lothario who in like
sex is hard.
He sexes hard. He is cheating constantly. Like it's bizarre. And he like got into a love triangle with the Caliente sisters in Sims 3.
Caliente sisters.
This, I mean, man, you know, I work as a comedy writer, and nothing I've ever done is as funny as any of this.
Dr. Spaceman, the Goth for life.
I just don't. I feel like this is the future of storytelling and interacting. Right?
It
this is
feels
so
like
cool.
that,
Why am I not involved? Probably because
that's
have
another
no time. But
we have to do a Sims part 2 because I need to introduce you
I have
guys
Sims
eventually to like
kids.
the storyline. Like they're almost like little soap opera Instagram accounts where
I follow some of them based on your recommendations, and it was way too much too fast. I was like, I don't know what the hell.
Dude,
it was
so
like super nuanced and niche.
Let me pull up one of my favorites, and I will.
I need
pull up one of your favorites. I want to ask questions.
Sims.
Yes.
Yeah, Sims for boomers.
Yeah.
Where it's just you play Tetris all day.
It's just Tetris.
Yeah. So they just it's solitaire and with just you're playing just like a computer. That's really funny.
So this is a great.
All right, let's see what you got, dog.
Caliente sisters.
The Caliente sisters.
Are these them?
Whoa. So this is one of the Sims like story accounts that I have started following. They basically, it's like super creative people use the Sims to create like graphic novels, basically. Like
crazy, man.
They make Sims.
Absolutely love it.
Pose packs, take screenshots, make them like comic books, add text, and the whole thing.
I simultaneously think that they're brilliant and they're probably huge losers.
Yes.
At the same time.
But as am I, you know?
I don't think all of us are, to be honest.
Me,
depends like how much money
specifically.
Like if this person made $3 million a year off of like something, like would you still think? I mean, they're losers. They're just rich losers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, they're not losers. Nobody's a loser. No, do what you're into.
I'm sorry, but look how beautiful this girl is.
This looks like Angelina Jolie.
This is the girl who does it.
Right. So
this is what she looks like.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying she's a babe and she's
Wait, how do they do that?
Oh, this is her real.
This is like who she really is.
Wait, are you for real?
Yeah, and she's like European.
Is she a nerd
hot.
now?
She's a nerd.
Yeah, but she's also like a Ukrainian nerd.
Yes, like a cool Ukrainian nerd.
Damn, man.
People like, you have two choices here: cam girl stuff or like super hardcore like, programmer.
People are fascinating.
Yeah,
people are fascinating. This is great. This is amazing.
Here's another one that's fantastic.
Wow.
Look at the level of editing they do. She's at a band.
My computer froze because everything is imploding for me right now.
So we've got storylines. This is another one I followed for a while. Ren.S4. And there are 3 N's in there, guys.
I followed these based on your recommendations, and I was like very lost.
So, okay. So like she was, for instance here, she was dating a British rock star.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
All right. She was dating a British rock star, but then he found out that the father of her child was actually Lucifer, the devil.
Oh, can't have it.
So he broke up. He broke up with her. And then she went to hell.
Seems like a rock star would be into that.
I know.
It was like a Christian rock star.
And she got to hang out with Lucifer.
So it's kind of a comic book thing. Oh man,
it's like a real life comic book meets a TV show meets a reality meets.
Are
there any characters that are funny or like? Is there like a Chris Farley kind of a character in there who's just like always doing pratfalls?
Dude, that's a good question. No, but maybe that's a
good expansion
an opportunity for me to fill that space and create a Chris Farley.
I think there's like a What About Bob kind of a angle you could take, like a Bill Murray kind of like a wow, have you seen this character? They're always just up to kooky wacky stuff.
No good.
All right, so to close this whole thing out, because I know we have limited time, and I just want to ask a couple fundamental questions. So, Dog, I want to go through some of the top posts and see if you can help explain them.
Yes.
This is just a fun game. So we already kind of talked about this family has 37 children thing. We're going to move on from that. I think I already know the answer to this one, but let's go through it. So,
okay.
Can you pull up the screen, Fareed, so that Dog can reference this as well? Is that a possibility?
Are you on Sims 4?
Oh, that's okay. I got it.
Oh, you got it on your screen. Okay, so can we? All right, so this post. Can we bring back this guy? Anybody miss the burglar?
I love the burglar.
Okay.
So I don't remember which Sims this was, if it was Sims 2 or Sims 3, but there would be like you'd be in the middle of the night, your Sim would be asleep, and suddenly the spooky music would start playing, and it'd be like, and you'd see this creepy burglar start to sneak in, and there's nothing you can do. When the music starts playing, you're in a cutscene, and like you can't wake up, you can't call the police, you're just kind of fucked. And you basically watch as he steals like a couch or your TV and then leaves. And you can, it's just something shitty that can happen to you. Kind of like when you're making cookies for the first time and your oven sets your entire house on fire.
Yep.
Just like wacky things that
the
can
randomness
happen.
Of life.
Yeah. So we don't have a burglar anymore in Sims 4.
Well,
what we do have, though, is a peeping Tom.
Oh, cool.
They literally base game added a peeping Tom, which is like a sex offense. So I don't know why.
What in the world? And that's so funny.
You're just chilling, and there will be a guy. This is what the guy. Let me show you what the guy looks like.
That's so funny.
It feels like good coaching, like heads up, kids.
Yeah.
This is a thing.
This is the burglar. This is what they look like. They wear very tight jeans.
Yep.
Black and white stripes.
Yeah, black and white stripes top. You ever see this guy? Don't get close.
Watch
Dark beanies.
Out. Okay, let me share this.
Yeah, the peeping Tom was big. That was big before porn, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Like in the 70s and 80s.
Evidently, it still happens. I have a couple friends who've gotten peeped.
Ew.
And And
really?
it seems pretty invasive. Yeah.
Peeping Toms are literally rapists in training. They are.
Yes, I
I've
agree.
seen every single thing on Investigation Discovery, and that's just the truth. Okay, pull up my thing real quick.
All right. This is
Peeping Tom, or Tom Peeping, as his name is.
We'll let the computer. There we go.
So basically, it's this guy
looks exactly
with
like what you would assume.
The skankiest haircut. He wears big aviator sunglasses, a wife beater, and like gross pants, and he'll wander around outside your property and peer into your windows.
I just feel bad for anybody who just ends up with that haircut.
Who looks like that?
Because sometimes you just look like that.
You gotta cut that hair off.
You got to go full ball.
You gotta go that Travis Barker, get tattoos all over your head. Exactly. Stop eating, wear gold chains.
Yep.
It's number one.
It's
the rule.
Oh my God, Dr. Spichemin is right. I could create the Kelly Diaries.
I think you fucking should, man. I think it's a great idea.
Maybe I will.
All right, so here's another one. Let's go back to my. This is just rife with information I don't understand. All right, here's how Father Winter showed up to my costume party.
Oh my God!
Who's Father Winter and what's a costume party?
Winter is a character. He's basically Santa Claus.
Okay.
He shows. I guess Santa Claus is copyrighted or something because Father Winter is the Sims version.
Coke owns them. They'll sue the Sims.
Who the fuck owns Santa Claus?
Winterfest.
I think. I'm serious. I think it's literally like a Coca-Cola thing.
Oh, that pisses me off.
Coca-Cola owns Santa.
That can't be legal.
Wow, that's really crazy. Okay, well, we'll figure that out another day. Father Winter, though, is on Winterfest is basically Christmas and The Sims, and you'll wake up and it'll be like, it's
2021.
I love.
And Father Winter always comes to your house on the evening of Winterfest.
Sick.
He'll just show up he's not wearing that. He's usually in this like fun little like blue sparkly Santa outfit, and he'll give you gifts, or you can go up to him and bully him too, and like he won't give you gifts.
Hey, fat man! Look how fat you are, you fat fucking idiot.
You can also fuck Father Winter and have babies with him.
Whoa!
Everybody, I saw a meme on
I
the
absolutely
Sims
love this
subreddit that was every Sims person is like so creepy. It's any NPC walks in, and it's like, can I fuck this one? Can I have a baby with this one?
It's kind of how
awesome
people are,
but I guess
to some extent.
Yeah, and if you become buddies with Father Winter, say on Winterfest, you can invite him to your costume party the next day. But I guess he wears random shit,
That's awesome.
Amazing. All right, so here's another one. The Sims son, or my Sims son, aged up to a teen. Why in the world is he shaped like that?
Oh boy.
Let's see. We're looking
that's what happens. That's what you look like.
We're looking at a picture of a young teen man with an extremely long stomach, torso kind of area.
If you have
super long arms.
Yeah. If you have a creepy uncle, just know that this Sim is shaped like your creepy uncle. Well,
you know what's kind of right on about this is that teens are awkward, right?
Oh yeah,
so I think they're going for like the awkward teen look here, where he like looks kind of like an adult, but like he looks fucked up too.
He looks unhealthy.
This is kind of what teens probably look like without a shirt on.
Yeah, like especially with their diet and exercise these
they're like
days.
Skinny and long and
because
skinny, but have
like when you see somebody who's just beginning to go through puberty, like they always have one trait that is so out of whack. Every single one of them
happens in order.
No, nothing happens in order. That's so funny. All right, my Sims fridge right now. What does this mean? This
is because of the chickens that you can now get on Farm Living or
It looks like a real photo.
That was. I think that's a goof.
It's
but
like being funny.
All right. The Grim Reaper confessed his love for me. I don't have any mods installed. This is base game. What? So this is a Grim Reaper saying this to a man who looks he just looks is like a dweeby idiot.
Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot. Exactly. So this is gonna sound crazy. I know we're friends and all, but well, okay, here it goes. I have a crush on you. Phew. Okay, it's out there. So would you want to go out with me sometime? You're super cool. I just want to hang out with you more.
So you can respond to the Grim Reaper with, of course, let's go on a date. Or let's just be friends.
Right.
Cool.
Love it. That's so
cool.
So what would happen if you said, let's do it or let's not do it?
Then he might invite, that might be an invitation. this house an invitation to go on a date on a public lot. You could go to a cafe or a bar or a lounge.
Cool. And are people going to be like, are people going to scatter because they see the Grim Reaper?
You know, I actually don't know. I've never been on a date with the Grim Reaper. They might have like a sort of celebrity reaction, like, oh my God, look who it is. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll go on a date with the Grim Reaper tonight, and I'll let you guys know.
There's like a modern day Fences kind of a story.
Yeah. You guys, this is what most of our houses looked like when we made the Sims houses for the first time.
Cool.
It's kind of amazing. They're giant boxes. If you look at like, no one knows how to build a house. Okay. Like,
so
do you have to build it structurally act like sound?
No.
Okay.
So that's nice. You don't have to like worry about, weight bearing beams and shit like that. But they look like shit. But then you get people like this who make houses, and let me just share this, houses or shopping centers. And it's just the most realistic, like beautiful thing in the world.
So this lady looks like she's having a baby.
Holy smokes. This is a Sims house?
Yes, that's a Sims commercial lot.
Incarnation.
We're looking at a house that basically looks like a New Orleans mansion.
Yeah. This is like basically like a shopping center in New Orleans.
Crazy.
Beautiful.
So you got all this stuff. So yeah, that's fun.
This person seems to have a good design eye. Like they know where to put things that make things interesting. Yeah. Like, and that's there really is a correlation between like how you would design your house, and if money was no object and you could just sort of like do what you wanted.
Yeah.
People I feel like good ideas and bad ideas.
Yeah, you definitely
personified, right?
Learn and can express real world behaviors in The Sims.
Right.
Like I said, I make like a city like Lower Tulsa.
Yeah.
South Pass.
South Pass.
I play Call of Duty and there are no applicable skills on that.
Damn it.
all you do is just like commit war crimes, which is not doesn't work. I can't build a house with what I learn on Call of Duty.
Damn it.
So what happens here? So this is another one. So a little rude to die while I'm trying to have twins, always making things about yourself.
Oh shit.
So it looks like the nurse the
doctor or the nurse died in the middle of the hospital where you're trying to have your babies.
It appears that one baby has been born and the other baby is still in utero.
And it's like,
and the doctor is dead.
Whoops. What are you gonna do?
That is a hell of a curveball. Yeah.
What does this mean? Just curious to see how many of us are here.
Oh my God. It might just mean like how old we are. Like how many of us are Sims players that are like elders.
Cool.
And it maybe is. I kind of like that.
I mean, this feels
been
like
around for 21 years.
It does feel like a good game to play when you get older.
I remember even 10 years ago I was in my first apartment after college, and I was up on the roof smoking a blunt, and I was looking down on this other nicer apartment complex, and I was like, someday, dog boobs, someday you're gonna have a 2-bedroom apartment and one of your roofs is gonna be for The Sims.
That's so funny.
Guys, I'm such a sad person.
You are not. You're
a sad
Sims
person.
Creator.
I'm a creator.
Or is that person the beautiful Ukrainian sad? I don't think so.
You're right. That beautiful Ukrainian. God.
What does this mean?
The Sims, whenever there's a grill on the lot. Oh, there are a few things like if you put them in your Sims house that your Sim will always go dick around with it. Like if you have a computer and any people come over from the neighborhood to be like, hey, welcome to the neighborhood, they'll all end up sitting at your computer and playing video games.
Cool.
So you have to kick them out.
It's realistic.
I think the same can be said for the grill. People are going to want to be grilling up some hot dogs.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier, like good game for older people. It does feel like if somebody's lonely and you could fucking teach them how to use a goddamn computer,
right?
Older. I mean, this really opens up your world to a lot of interaction, to like
so there are
activity. It feels like this is a good like dementia tool.
Yeah, and there are a few mods that can make it extremely. And I know we got to go, but few mods I'll just name drop. One of them is called Wicked Whims, and it's a explicit sex mod.
Cool.
You can download fucking custom animations.
Ooh, now we're talking.
Like, it's wild.
Is it like real 6ix9ine porn? Like the whole.
Yeah. I'll let you guys look it up on your own time.
The tip of the iceberg, bro.
Whoa.
You can't
put that on Twitch. You're gonna get kicked off.
Deadly Toddlers mod. The Deadly Toddlers mod is basically like exactly what it sounds like. Toddlers can start killing you.
Whoa.
Let me just share this screen.
It's Pet Cemetery stuff. Huh?
This is fucking terrifying.
This is so sad, but because it's on Sims, it's fucking hilarious. This is ordered a pizza, which was delivered by an elder Sim who promptly died at the front door.
The scenarios that pop up are comedy. Like That's what I find so fun about the subreddit is every post is like, why do all my pets look like long, sexy legged foxes suddenly? And it's like pretty much 50% of the stuff on here is like, uh-oh, my elder townie died in the middle of a weird situation. Or the other half is the mods that I have are making something really weird happen. Like,
oh, I love it. So I mean, I love the idea of this because taking it back to earlier part of this pod, we can now put a gravestone or an urn of the pizza guy.
Yes, in your home, on your mantelpiece if you want.
So we get it.
Who's that? Your grandma? No, it's the pizza guy my son killed.
Just throw up the screen I'm sharing just so you guys can see a little bit of deadly.
Excuse me, sir. We have a reason to believe you murdered the pizza guy. Nope.
Nope.
Why would you think that? Because his urn is on your. Dun, dun,
This
dun.
is the shit you can do with the deadly toddlers.
Oh
Deadly
my
Toddlers
God,
mod.
that's scary.
Wow.
So-
Fire baby, knife kid.
Stab guts, stab chest, set on fire,
This
ask
is a
to be
good-
partners in crime.
This is a good mod.
This is a good mod.
Great
Hey,
mod.
wait. So when you're playing within this world, this is another dumb question. There's other people that are live playing. There's other dog boobs
No.
out there. No, are they all controlled by a bot?
This is all so there's no like open like online world for this
Hmm.
game. There
Huh.
was something called
seems
Sims
like-
Online a while back.
Is that what Fortnite does?
Yeah.
Is
So
you're
you
playing
can,
against
like-
real people, which is kind of like the
Or
Most
Second Life.
games do that now. I on Call of Duty, I only
too,
play
right?
strangers.
That's what I thought. So
Yeah.
it feels like if Sims isn't doing that, I would say why, but there must be a reason.
I'm not sure really if
But-
it might be something that's in the works or because have you guys ever heard of Second Life or played
course.
Second Life?
Yeah.
Somebody
I've
mentioned
never-
it in the chat
Oh
earlier.
yeah.
I never played it, but it sounds similar to
It's like The Sims, only like
Mm.
it's an open like online world. So I remember I did Second Life, like me and my friend in college made a Second Life person and made it as like slutty looking as possible,
Cool.
and then just went out into the world and we like you're walking around. There are other people walking around. We went into a cabin and there was like a naked guy in there, and we were like, well, we're gonna get naked too.
Right.
See what happened. Nothing happened. It was pretty boring. I think that guy was idle and had walked away or something because he was
Funny.
just sitting in there.
You're
But
like, look at, and he's like,
yeah,
Nah,
and he was
not
like,
Like
into it.
D Reynolds
he's
type
like
stuff.
deep in thought, sitting on a bench in the cabin, naked, and we're like, okay, well, we'll put our clothes on and leave, I guess.
it seems like that's pretty exciting to
It
have
was.
interactions with other people that are controlling
Yeah,
the things.
Or dangerous, but also exciting.
I wonder
Yeah.
if the reason they haven't really done it right is because they probably haven't figured it out in the way that would be most satisfying, because it's such an open world. It's such a like with Call of Duty, you're just fucking shooting.
Yeah.
And
There's so many other like interactions.
there's so much shit going on in The Sims that like if you open it up to the idea of everybody is living kind of their own existence, then you really get into like some complex territory.
Yeah.
So it seems like that is, it almost feels to me like the reason why Sims 5 is probably not out is because that they probably know that you have to figure that out soon,
Yeah.
because everything is about online interaction now.
You
And they're
need-
still making money hand over fist on Sims 4. So
Yeah.
it's like,
What's the point?
why?
You need
And
a
I looked at,
oh, yeah.
sorry to interrupt. If you get all of the Sims 4 packs, it's over $800.
Crazy.
So like people have already funneled so much money into the Sims 4. If you completely make a new one, you have all these people who spent almost $1,000 on all these Sims packs over the past 10 years and are like, well, fuck, now I don't, now I have to get a bunch of new ones.
You can't port it?
No, because it's a
Sucks.
totally different like game.
Hmm.
Maybe they're trying to figure that out. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, just like in like broad society, you're gonna have to figure out like who you like, who you want to be with,
Yeah.
who you respect, who you despise. And I think
Right.
like if you in the Sims future world, like kill someone in live play, that has to go on your permanent record. Or if you're peeping
Yeah.
and tomming, and so when you interact with someone,
Right.
you almost like can see like a history list of
Yeah.
like what they've done. And if someone's like peeping tom, creep, murder,
Creeper,
jerker,
Deadly toddler.
deadly
You're like,
toddler, you might go
wow.
like, I'm gonna keep my distance, and that
Hmm.
person, the effect might be that person is isolated, right?
mhm.
And so then if
They
in the
become even
reverse is
more
like
violent.
you meet someone who's like gracious and
Yeah.
gives their money away, and it's like
Has
you're
the
like,
trait
oh,
cheerful, good, family oriented,
This is right.
romantic, flirty.
then I mean maybe they attract more and they
Yeah.
they're gonna have to figure that out, like how we do it in society. Like who do you choose to spend your time with?
God, it's that is a complex problem.
It is.
That's a really, because I know that there's a lot of joy and value out of playing online games. Like I really enjoy playing other people on Call of Duty, because every once in a while you'll like, you know, like sometimes you're not talking with anybody at all and you're just playing and you know that everybody's kind of doing their own thing. But every once in a while it'll be like, dude, there's a guy over in the corner. I'd be like, oh, fuck, thank you, man. And then all of a sudden you're kind of buddying up, and it's, you know, and it becomes like a whole different element of like how to play. And and there's also like what the best part is, you know, I'll get a hold of my buddies sometimes who I know play as well. They're just like my best friends and whatever. And that's
69 boys.
Nate, one of the 69 boys plays. We play Call of Duty together. But you know, I'll be like, hey, I'm dropping into Verdansk. If you want to come do it, right?
Verdansk, that's a place.
Verdansk is the fake war zone. It's like a fake Soviet zone.
Cool.
Called Verdansk. But
yeah, it's awesome. You get like a little jolt of like socialization.
Totally.
Right. I mean, it's like why people like getting likes on Instagram. It's like there's a ping, right? You're getting like an emotional ping. Remind you that you're not alone, which is what we're all searching for.
Right.
True that. You know, my brother loves playing online games. He gets on, he plays Call of Duty, and all he does is just say, "Shut up, bitch," just like The Rock does. And that's all he says. And all the guys he's playing with get so pissed and are just like, "Shut up, fuck you, FAG." And my brother's just like, "Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch."
Tell him. Let's gamer tag. Let's get in.
Yeah,
I would love to play with your
brother. Oh my god, I will tell him.
I would absolutely be thrilled to play with your brother.
Don't get mad. He'll tell you to shut up, bitch.
I don't get that mad.
Okay.
I always tell. I always I like saying, "Watch your language, young man."
Yeah,
you'd have to tell him.
That's good.
I'm always like, somebody starts swearing, I'm like, "Watch your language,
watch your language, young man.
Watch your language, young lady."
I am your dad.
Anyway, all right. Well, this has been a fucking thrill. I love The Sims. I'm in. I'm gonna get it, and then I'm gonna get Roller Coaster Tycoon. And do them both together. Wow, video games
thanks for
rule.
Going on this journey with me. I feel like there's so much more to talk about, but you know, there's always part 4, 5, 6, and 7.
There's more. Well, so technically, next episode is our 200. So don't know.
We'll do something special for that.
We'll do something special. We'll figure it out. All right. Well, anyway, this is just
jumped off.
Dog Boobs is gone, I guess. Anyway, all right. Well, this is Did You Reddit, a weekly podcast about the internet by way of Reddit, the front page of the internet. My name is It's Your Kid Chaos, which according to Dog Boobs is somebody in the game that I've never heard of.
That's a great name, though.
Yeah.
I'm Woohoo Boobs.
Ooh, nice. The echo's back. Dog Boobs.
Woohoo Boobs, Woohoo Boobs.
So close to finishing the whole thing without a problem.
Should have just stayed out.
Anyway, and
my free day for low thumbs up.
What's the porn tips?
Porn tips Gazzardo. If you want to get
rich. Love it.
You got to see if that works in the new one.
I will. I'll check it out.
See if it does something. It might kill you. But
maybe you should sign a check like that and see if the teller just goes, "Oh,
here's a pile of money. Here's a tips with a T."
Okay, tips.
Porn tips Gazzardo.
Porn tips Gazzardo.
Signing off. Porn tips Gazzardo. Rosebud. See you later.